Welcome back to another video. Right, I wasn't going to make this video because I didn't really think it was that interesting, but over the past couple of weeks I stripped out the interior and I've been putting it back in. So I've been vaxing the carpets, vaxing the seats. I've got the 2 front seats in and the carpet in now, but I don't have the rear seats in or any of the bits to do with the boot. So I put a poll out the other day on my Instagram just to see if anyone wanted to see me vax the seats and put it all back together, but a surprising amount of people said they would, so I just thought I'd make another video. So in this video I'm going to be vaxing the seats, going to be cleaning up some of the trim in the back, pretty much just putting the interior back together, and I'm also going to be working out what I need to finish off the interior. So without further ado, let's start vaxing the seats. So as I was saying, I've got the 2 front seats in and they've both been vaxed. They come up really well. I think they look brand new in my opinion. So yeah, chuffed on them. I also vaxed the carpet as well, and I'm really happy with it, to be honest. Considering the age of the vehicle, hasn't come up too bad at all. So this is one bit of the rear seat that I need to vax today. As you can see, it's got a lot of staining in the middle here. And I've also got the back supports to do. This has got some greasy marks here, and that one looks pretty good, but I'll still get a bit of vax anyway. So the cleaning agent I use to vax is this Brisk from Smart. It's pretty good. I've used it on the front 2 seats already. So all I've done was fill up about half a bucket of water and then put a couple of dashes of that in here. The reason I'm not putting the water solution in my vax machine is because it won't like blow the liquid out, it only sucks it back in. So what I have to do is damp it first, then just suck it all up, because the vax is broken. Decent. I won't bore you too much with that, I'll just crack on and whack in a couple of time lapses. I've now done these 2 sections, so I'm going to do this last one and show you how I do it. It's not that complicated, but I thought I'd show you. You want to get the sponge, rinse it out a little bit, make sure it's not dripping wet, and then just cover the area. Give it a good rubbing, ain't gonna hurt. Making sure I get every little last bit. All I've got to do now is vax it off. So I've gone over this part of the seat once, but some of the grease marks are still there. So there's one there, and one there. So I've got some G101 from Smart. It's already diluted down. And what I'm going to do is spray it directly on the spots and just let that soak in. Then what I'm going to do is go back over it with a sponge and then vax it off, and hopefully their marks should disappear. Look at that, all the marks have gone, so I'm really happy with that. Only thing some people might notice is this little strip here. This is one of the back seats and this is where the seatbelt goes. That isn't dirt, that's where the sun's been on it, and this section's actually faded away. So that's like what it used to look like, and this is faded. So there's not much I can really do with that, but it looks worse on the camera than it does in real life. And once the seatbelt's back over it, you're never going to notice it. I've just finished vaxing the other side of the rear upper seats. As you can see, exactly the same identical mark as the other side, so I just guess that's part of the wear and tear of a 40-year-old car, but I'm not too fussed on it. Seatbelt's going to go there anyway, so all looks good. See, this is what I mean about the wear and tear. This is the rear parcel shelf, and it's all completely faded, whereas it's been in the sun for pretty much all of its life. I'm pretty sure I can't restore this. I'm pretty sure I can't get it back to what it was. But if anyone does know a way of restoring it, then let me know, because I'll be well up for trying it. Right, I've just left all the seats to dry in the sun, and now I'm going to put all the rear seat belts back in. Pretty happy with myself on this, because I numbered them all. So if you're watching one of the videos, I numbered them all. Pretty happy, because otherwise I wouldn't have a clue where to put these. All they are is 17mm. That's all the belts in and tight, ready for the seats to come in once they're dry. I've just hoovered up the seats because they've dried now, but there's one more thing I want to do to the seats before I put them back in. Along the front of the seat there's still marks, some of them grease marks, some of them are just marks from where I've been moving the seats around in the car, but I've got a solution for that. Literally, all I'm going to do, got my G101 again, if it sprays out, spray a bit on like that, just rub it in. One thing I would say though, if you do start using G101, you need to dilute it first. I can't remember the mixture. And also, once you've put it on like this, then rinse out the microfiber with water and then go over it again, because it is acidic. It won't eat into your upholstery, but it's better to just wipe it off with water afterwards. Right, so I've gone over this with G101 now, and then wiped it over with water afterwards, and really happy with the results. Looks brand new, no more dog hairs and no more stains, so I'm just going to fit the seats back now. Wicked. That's pretty much all the interior put back in now. As you can tell, it's a different day. Run out of time the other night, so I've just done a couple little shots of the interior, and I'm really happy with how it's come out. So now I'm just going to go over a few things I want to do to the interior now that I've got it to a standard that I'm happy with. I've got my list. I'm just going to read it out. First on the list is the passenger seat winder, that's missing, and also the interior light is missing as well. So hopefully I can pick up these two parts for a couple of quid off eBay soon, and I'll just fit them straight away. Second thing on my list is door cards. You would have seen the state of the door cards if you've watched the previous episodes. Someone's completely bodged them and put screws in the wrong way, and they've just put them straight through where they're not meant to be pretty much. So it's knackered the door cards, and they're also coming away from the ply material that's on the back of them. So I just need to get a new set, which I'm hoping to get off probably the forum on Facebook, because door cards seem to come up quite often, but it's just whether people are going to sell them to me at a decent enough price or not. So that will answer the questions I'm going to get saying why is there no door cards on. I'm just waiting for a set to pop up. I'll buy them and just fit them back on. Third on the list is the seats that I want to get. I want to try and get some RS Turbo or some old Escort Recaros, because I think they look really mint and they'll just blend in with this car nicely. Next thing on the list is a parcel shelf. My one's completely faded, it's bowing in the middle, so it's pretty much scrap to me, but I'm hoping to pick up a good one off the forum again, just for maybe 20 quid, 30 quid. That'll be wicked. Another thing I'm going to be getting for the interior is the floor trims. So I'll put in a video in a sec of the floor trims of how bad they are, but pretty much they're all scratched up from people getting in and out of the vehicle, and I tried to heat gun them to make them look better, but it's kind of burnt them and made them look as if they're dirty all the time, and I really don't want to go for that look. So I'm going to try and get some second-hand ones of them again, because I can't get anything new. Fords don't make it anymore. So yeah, hopefully get some second-hand ones of them that are blue and match the car. These are what I was talking about. You can see I've used a heat gun on these. It's got quite a lot of the scratches out, but it sort of looks a bit dirty now, so I really do need some new ones. And I also caught the seat putting it back in, so that didn't really help either. Another thing I want to do to the interior is get the dash flocked, because I think it would look really cool. Probably cost a couple of £100. Might get a couple of other components done just to sort of make it blend in and not make it stand out as much, but that's another thing I want to be doing. And the last thing for the moment I want to do to the interior is upgrade the speakers. I'll obviously be doing them before I put the door cards on, but I want to get some bigger and better ones just to make the sound system a little bit better and bring it into the 21st century. Obviously these are just my ideas of what I want to do to the interior to change it up and make it my own little thing, but put your suggestions in the comment box below, because they really help and I might look at them and take one of your ideas up. But this is the end of the video. Hope you've all enjoyed. Make sure you like it, subscribe, really helps. We've just hit over 100 subs, which I'm really chuffed about, to be honest. And let's just keep on going. Sorted. I'm gonna get myself out of this boiler knot car. So see you in the next one. Sweet.